Good evening, Igor. Nice to see you. Long time no see. Hope everything is fine. Hope you had a wonderful day. Yeah, we're just doing some races today for IRS and indirectly because we have some races we don't actually do, and yeah, we're just gonna do them today. Everyone who wants can join and watch, of course. Guten Abend, Kevin. Hoffe, er hat auch einen schönen Tag. Ja, ein bisschen, wir machen so iOS-mäßig, aber halt die Rennen, die wir nicht durchziehen, sondern die wir gecancelt haben, machen wir jetzt hier in 5-Runden-Format, dass man einfach vielleicht sieht, was wäre gewesen oder so. Und wenn was Cooles wäre, dann kann man es dann natürlich nachholen irgendwann. Wir werden in 2 Wochen das Finale haben in iOS. Es wird 4 Rennen geben, also insgesamt 2 Stunden. Und danach werden wir den Champion wissen, also es sieht sehr wahrscheinlich aus, dass es Snow wird. Ich bin jetzt auf P2, aber Felix ganz knapp hinter mir, Gab ganz knapp hinter mir, Bilsen auch. Es ist alles möglich. Ja, danke. Ja, Woche war ein bisschen seltsam für mich. Ich war eine Woche in den Alpen. Also, ja. War ganz lustig. Kein Stress, kein Stress. Hast du euch Zeit? Guten Abend, Bert. Hoffe, du hast einen schönen Tag. Wir fahren ein bisschen Rennen rum, weil IRS geht ja langsam zu Ende. Ein paar Rennen können wir leider nicht durchziehen. Die machen wir jetzt gerade in Kurzform. Gabo nicht nur derzeit. Hoffe, du hast einen schönen Tag. Schön, dich hier zu sehen. Es ist immer noch nicht besser. Naja. Ich kann dir nur gute Besserung und alles wünschen. Ich hoffe, dass du bald wieder fit wirst. Vor allem in 2 Wochen werden wir das Finale von IRS machen. Das ist schön, wenn du dabei bist. Natürlich nur, wenn es dir körperlich gut genug geht. Also. Good evening. First of all, nice battle, and thank you for driving, although there's literally only one other person here. Yeah, I mean, the Steam is open since, I don't know, half an hour. I think it's easier for you to type in here than in the game. I mean, we want to end the series because there are other people who also want to do some events, and it would be not great if we would rob them for... never driven this layout before, for a very special day. Nah, your engine is not as bad as the Aston Martin. I mean, I like the concept that the cars are different on Group 2, because the RS5 is a lot slower through the turns, but actually gains back a lot on the straights, and I think this is really nice. That's what I would wish for Group 3. That there's not one meta car, but like every car has its strength and is on pace with each other. That would be nice. Actually, I have people now. Definitely. I mean, for F1 the energy usage is fine by me if the normal engine itself isn't as weak as it is. Because the term I use every time the battery runs out, I say the car is dying. Yeah, I think the battery is too not big enough, and the energy usage is too strong. Because literally the best example was in Australia with Haja. I had to take a look at this whole lap, and he literally reached 330, and then at the end of the straight he had only 270 left. Even though he was on full throttle all the time. I mean, I kind of like the thing that you have to actually look at your energy, and maybe it is really good for fighting and everything. But if the car literally dies when the battery runs out, that's not the best solution at all. 220. I haven't even noticed that. Because everyone was talking like, yeah, F1 is gonna reach like 400. But I'm not sure anymore, because I don't think the battery lasts long enough that the cars can actually reach 400. I don't know this layout, so I'm so in advance. I only know the normal version. So I have to guess the breaking points and everything else. Pretty much every turn I take with the IRS open feels like driving on ice. The back always wants to step out. But that's also one thing I noticed about the new F1 cars. The cars are way more snappier. They have way more these light snaps, which I kind of like, because you need actual skill to control the car. And it's nice because risk and reward. You can take the risk, more sliding and everything, and you actually end up being faster. I didn't enjoy the newer cars because I think they had way too much downforce compared to top speed. They were too easy to drive. Nice braking point. Okay, we definitely have the better racing line here. And we have driven it once before this layout. I didn't, so I have no idea. Yeah. It's the grass. Oops. And end up sandwiching him into the wall. Fortunately, not much happened. I think he got the penalty because of the chicanes there. Really good battle then against the Frenchman here. When I saw right, he is actually on driver rating E, so I'm kind of surprised that he's on the same pace as me. Maybe I'm just really slow. Will explain why I have already a 7-second gap to Gap, although we only raced like 3 laps. to see you. Didn't even see him. Congrats to the winner had no chance against Jörg. It was 3 seconds off pace. Still had a really nice fight against the French driver here. Me Too Boy looks really good on Group 2. This would have been Naeem's combination together with Sardenio. Quite nice actually. I would do one more Group 2 race. And then we'll do something else. Let's see, what was one track that was actually planned for Group 2? Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah. So after this one, we are going to the V10 Formula 1 cars. I hope you have them. Because we'll be trying out 2 more combinations after this. And then we're just going to do a test run for multiclass. Yeah, you don't need a livery. Actually, it was planned to race the V10 cars, but because we're doing the final, I think it's the best option if you just do Group 3 and Group 1. maybe for next time. This corner was never my friend. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to do the season a bit longer, but Naeem is right. We have other events to do. And I don't want to block the whole year. We also have multi-class by Tour, and I think this event is definitely really nice. Like the multi-class race at Daytona was really nice. Nearly died several times, but still, it was pretty much my best race ever. From last place to first on my class, and also had to avoid you guys on the good ones. Yeah, but remember, we also have other events. That's the problem. If I would be the only one hosting events, it would have been like 22 rounds. If I would be the one to decide it. Yeah, that's why we also want to end IRS for good, because we also want to do this one. And actually, I will use the time to help Tula as much as possible. I will also use the 2 weeks to edit, of course, the other races. Gave me a slight tap at the back. In real life the car would have been totaled. But let's keep going. Over 280 up the hill without slipstream. Very nice. Ooh, something happened back there. Didn't quite see it. I will wait for you guys. I want some racing and not the Lewis Hamilton simulator. Who said you can't go side by side in Watkins Glen? Penalty. A race over for me. Oh, thank you for waiting. Our friend is back again after saying bye and then joining right after. Okay, don't know where exactly I picked up the second. I don't mind, of course. Not the optimal line. Yeah, I always get a lot of penalties here on this track because I'm too stupid to actually stay in the track limits. This is my personal penalty ring. Ooh, what an overtake. Nice one. Nice one. Good racing. I mean, literally it's a 1v1 all the time, but still really fun. Yeah, I saw it, yeah. I mean, I just ended up getting a million penalties. Of course, it's my fault. Good, back to RB Ring. But now we have different cars. First of all... Sure. I hope the F1 V10 car should work. Yeah. Almost spinned out of the pit lane. Crazy. Nah, we don't. I don't know what the other guys have in their garage, so I just say choose whatever is close to an F1 car. No, it's their decision. Maybe they have the upgraded Group 2 cars and it's almost fair. Yes, that would have been my intention to see if I can actually race with these, because I didn't, like an F1 training session, and I had one of the best races, I think against, I don't remember his name, I think it was a Dutch guy who also participates on some races from Tuga Open Office. It was actually really nice. Then wait for the next combination, which would have been the most chaos. Everyone's ready. No, never. Never ever, because we have to record everything still, and we will start tomorrow with recording, so there's not enough time for me to edit everything. I also need to do the intro, so I need some clips for the intro if I do it the same way. Do you like the intro? Because if not, then I would just skip the intro and just do like fly around over the track and then like the name and then hello, welcome to, and so on. Ooh. Sorry bro, didn't have to wait on. Ooh. Same as Verstappen against Leclerc. Pretty much the same situation here. Oh my goodness, that was cold brown. Too much for you? Now these cars are just really aggressive. So maybe you can similar inputs and use the same driving technique for next track. So at least use traction control 3. No worries. Okay, it was just a bit close on this corner here, because you brake like 100 meters before me. Yeah, no worries. All good. I mean, nothing happened really. Ooh. Ah, there's too much prep. Yeah, that's pretty much the problem that most people face with this car. You have, like, the car likes to slide out of the corner, the whole car, so you don't have like real over or understeer. The car just slides out of the corner. Two more laps remaining. Yeah, of course. I drive the V10 just for the sound. I mean, the V8 also sounds really good. But I mean, that's the closest thing I get to the F2004. for me light cars are always more fun to drive. Because I don't understand, like, don't want to offend anyone, but I don't understand when someone brags about horsepower on their road car and the car weighs like 2.5 tons. I don't know, cause I don't know if you already know the fact, but Gran Turismo needs like 1 to 2 years to do a car, so they have to do it in advance, and I don't think they have the real car to portray it. Maybe they do like a fictional car like this one. It would be quite nice. The early 2000s is, or really late 90s is for me the best era of F1. Apart from like the beginning of 80s, which were crazy with the 1000 horsepower engines and 500 kilos. Exactly. They could do a clone like the fake ones, yeah. So after this, one more race and that's it for today. I mean, some VGT cars are fine. Like the Suzuki VGT is nice. The Tomahawk too. Do some stupid stuff. The Ferrari and Corvette VGT are also nice, but I don't understand these normal VGTs which you cannot upgrade, like the Mini Cooper VGT or the Subaru VGT and so on. At least someone liked this combination. Where's the track? Where is it? Maybe it's easier to find that way. The Lambo, I didn't drive it that much, to be honest. I haven't tried it out in the past. I think I only drove it once. Are you kidding me? There it is. Yeah. But I'm really nice that you say Austrian, because it's literally a huge difference between German and Austria and Austrian German. Especially when dialect comes into place, because Felix told me yesterday he was talking with Loeso and he didn't understand a single word. And Loeso is from Switzerland, but he speaks like pretty much the same language as in Western Austria. Yeah, happens. Welcome to Brent's Hatch. I asked 3 people about this combination and 3 didn't like it and say it was too crazy. I kind of like it. It's really fun. Because it's so easy to make mistakes here and I liked it a lot. I mean, I think I have never heard Welsh before. I only heard when I was in London, of course, traditional English and Gaelic, which was impossible to understand. Literally impossible. I don't think it's even considered as English anymore. Ticked in, so let's have a good race. Really? I have to hear it for once. I mean, I never talked to a Welsh person. I only saw one Welsh person, like, which that is pretty famous, Gareth Bale, footballer, when they were playing against Austria at the Hanapel Stadion in Vienna. Ooh. That was my fault, don't worry about it. I forgot that this guy is in a rotation and on the throttle. Ooh, what a dive bomb. Ooh, what a trip to the grass. I always keep forgetting that at the third right turn there isn't a curb on the left side, like in ACC. Ooh. He was also waiting for us. Really nice. There's no way he's an E-rated driver. He drives like an A+. You can't literally see it. What a defense by him. Crazy effort. using all the track I have. No worries. Yeah, thank you for being here. Without you, there would have been zero racing at all. Hope you still enjoyed the combinations. If yes, we would definitely do the rest of the races like randomly, without the championship. Like maybe on the Friday, Sunday, who knows. Look at this guy, he's definitely an A+. You can see it in his driving style. Cool. This guy has a really good defense. Amazing drive for him. Yeah, no worries. See you soon. Take care. Thank you for being here, and until next time.